Hello, I'm going to do a quick beginner's introduction to curl, which is a command line tool that you can use to make API calls. This video does make the assumption that you're already familiar with what an API is, how an API works, so I'm just going to jump right into curl. So curl is a way to do API calls from your terminal, and the way to use it is actually very simple. You type curl, which lets your terminal know that you're going to do a curl command. Then you can send along headers if you want. This is optional. If you want to send headers, you do -H and then a header. And then you can do another one, and you can do that for as many headers as you want. And then you'll do -X and then your request type. So you'll notice for a put request, you do -X and then put. And then you have, for a GET request, you have your URL next. For anywhere or any kind of request that you want to send data across, you do -D, and then you have a string of JSON data. And so I like to do it this way, where it has the single quotes on the outside so that you have your object and everything in the object is double quotes, because that's what JSON needs, is the double quotes. And then you have your URL that the request is going to. If you're just getting started with curl and you want to play around with it, I would recommend pulling up a cheat sheet. This is a very simple basic cheat sheet, which is great for beginners. For each kind of request, it shows you the basic layout that you can use. And we're going to do some example requests today on recres.in, which is just a great little website to you just do little API requests, and it doesn't do anything. You can't hurt anybody on this one. So let's do a GET request. For a GET request, the syntax is curl, and then -X get is optional for GET requests. If you don't include this, it assumes that it's a GET request. So we can just do our URL right here. And the URL in this case, recres.in/API users2. So this is going to get that data from the database, and it returns it as a JSON. And then it only shows the body of the response by default. If you want it to show the headers as well, you do -I for include, and that includes the headers. So now it will show headers and body, and you'll see here's all the headers. And then another option, instead of -I, you can do -V for verbose, and that will show as much information as it can about the request. So you get your data, you get your headers, but you also get a bunch of other stuff. So it shows you the IP address that it goes to. It shows the TLS handshake between your server or your computer and the server. A lot of times it'll show the certificate. This is Cloudflare. Anyways, -V verbose shows a little bit more information about the response. So that's a GET request. A POST request, curl request type is post, and then this is the data that we're going to send across, and then you'll have your URL. So for post request, post request for this website is just /API/users, and then this will be our body, and I'm going to send in the name is Lauren, and the job is programmer. So that's going to send that data across. Oh, let's see, I did the wrong URL. I did res. There we go. That'll send this data across in the API request, and this website, as a response, sends you back the object that was created. So it created a new object, ID of 83, created at timestamp. That's it for that one. A put request. Let's include the headers. This is a put request. Let's see, what data do we want to do? Let's just update my job. There we go. Instead of programmer, let's make me developer. And then the URL for this, recres.in/API/users/ the ID it created for me was 83, so we'll do /83. And that goes and updates my object, and it'll update the job to developer. job developer. And then a delete request. If you want the headers, you do -I. And let's see, what am I, 83? So that is a delete request. So basically, if you are just getting started, I'd recommend pulling up a cheat sheet. It kind of shows you the exact layout of how to do curl requests. They're really easy. You just do everything in the terminal. If you want to look more into it, you can. There's a ton you can do with curl that I didn't show here. This is just a really easy, basic, simple introduction. This is the simplest cheat sheet I could find, but if you Google curl cheat sheet, there's a bunch, and some of them have way more information, right? So this one will show a ton of different stuff that you can do to do really complex queries. So that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.